All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content. Today we're going to be breaking down a couple of things because basically yesterday the Raiders released their 53-man roster and had to make some trades, had to make some cuts. They all pretty much, all of them actually, made perfect sense when you really break it down. Like Alex Leatherwood, you saved a bunch of money. The Kenyon Drake drop from earlier this past week saved a bunch of money. Traded away Trayvon Mullen Jr. If you're going to be inconsistent, if we don't know truly where your health stands, it's kind of an inconvenience to us and it's kind of a weak spot. So I really like this kind of no nonsense, no BS, action talks louder than words with the brand new GM in town and just this whole new staff in general for the Las Vegas Raiders. So for me, actually, before we get into this video, I just want to say you guys have been blessing these videos for the last week. I mean, ever since I made this channel in May. But let's try and get 100 likes on today's video. Keep this momentum going. I appreciate you guys so much. I love hearing what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. So please don't be shy. So I'm looking at two spots in specific. And if you guys have been watching this channel for this summer, you know how hyped I am about this Las Vegas Raiders offense. I made a video 2 days ago or something like that on Derek Carr and how I kind of broke it down. When Derek Carr first got into the league, there was no Crabtree, there was no Amari Cooper, and what happened the next season? Well, 12-3, or 2 seasons later, 12-3, third in MVP voting. Derek Carr had just an exquisite season, and I was trying to compare them, right? I was trying to compare rosters, and this is by far the most talented, whether, personnel especially to me, but even just like coaching staff-wise, I think this is truly the most talent, the most knowledge. I really just think this Raiders offense is going to be kicking on all cylinders. And we looked at Derek Carr's season last year, career high 4,700 passing yards. I mean, that is a stat in itself. And so we're looking at the running backs real quick. I'll talk about the receivers. I'll talk about other aspects of the offense. But I 100% believe this will be a top 5 offense. I actually don't really think that's a hot take, in my opinion. I mean, it's contingent on health, but it always is contingent on health. So when we look at the running backs, I love what they did, man. I absolutely love it. So they got Josh Jacobs, Brandon Bolden, Ameer Abdullah, Zamir White, and then Britton Brown. And Zamir White and Britton Brown they're both rookies. This was the first time, I believe, since 2014 that every draft pick from the Raiders got signed and is on the 53-man roster. Now, Britton Brown is cool in his own regard from UCLA. It's one of my favorite schools. Like, I just love watching Pac-12 football for some reason. It's just so cool to me living here in Chicago. I don't know why. But Britton Brown, his time will be coming soon. Josh Jacobs is a phenomenal running back. You have Brandon Bolden and Ameer Abdullah, which I was very excited to see both of those two names. And like I said, Zamir White and Britton Brown. We'll talk about those two cats a little bit later on. But I really want to dial in on Brandon Bolden because I've made plenty of videos talking about Josh Jacobs and how what he was able to do last season, just kind of given the offensive line that they were working with. You just throw in everything that the Raiders in general dealt with last season. I thought he had a very, maybe not crazy impressive season, right? But he had a very adequate, very satisfactory season, in my opinion. When you have the 28th worst offensive line, everything on offense is going to be a lot more complicated. So Josh Jacobs, I expect a great season. And, same thing with everybody else. If he just stays healthy, we'll see what the future holds for Josh Jacobs. But I wouldn't be surprised if, especially, they declined that option this summer. I wouldn't be surprised if this was Josh Jacobs' last season in Las Vegas. Although, I'm not really necessarily rooting for that. I love Josh Jacobs. I love Alabama running backs especially. So we'll wait and see on that. But Brandon Bolden, to me, was a big move. And Ameer Abdullah. Because Josh McDaniels, 5 running backs, what he's been doing since he got offensive coordinator in New England was 5 running backs, right? Just 5 running backs. And I love it. To me, the more the merrier, especially in his offense, in his scheme. Running backs are really important, man. And when I look at Brandon Bolden, this is a veteran, dude. He's been in the league for 9 seasons. He was 31 last year. He'll be 32 for this upcoming season. Nothing too crazy. 274 rushing yards is the most in his entire career, and that came in his rookie season, which was back in 2012. But that's why you have Josh Jacobs. That's why you have everybody else, Zamir White, everybody else. Brandon Bolden this past year lit it up in the passing game. He lit it up in the passing game for the New England Patriots. And Bill Belichick, Mac Jones, talented, obviously, but 41 receptions, 405 yards. I'm looking at Josh McDaniels. I'm saying to myself, like, damn. 405 yards for a running back who's not even the starter is extremely solid. Like, anybody would take that. If we go back to Brandon's next highest receiving yards in a season, you have to go all the way back to 2015, where he caught 19 catches for 180 yards. And if you want to take a guess who was on that team, well, it was Tom Brady. So Brandon Bolden and Amir Abdullah, I'll definitely throw him into this mix. They're just really solid catch backs. And it's not to say that Josh Jacobs can't do that. It's not to say Zamir White or Britton Brown can't do that. But Brandon Bolden really that's his specialty. He's a specialty guy, and he's great at that. But when we look at Amir Abdullah, he split this past season with Carolina and Minnesota. Not the most functional teams. Didn't get much playing time actually at all when he was with Minnesota, like barely any at all. So we'll look at his first 11 games with the Carolina Panthers because he was utilized right. 35 catches for 272 yards. So he was well on his way to at least like 350 receiving yards. And my point that I'm trying to hammer home here with the running back position is you have so many options, dude. You have so many options. You can throw in Zamir White on a 1st and 10 to just put his shoulder down and run dudes over. Throw in Josh Jacobs, get that first down, get right up to 3rd and 1. Throw in Amir Abdullah, throw in Brandon Bolden, quick little running back pass route and get those extra yards. Like, these are just small things that I don't have to tell Raiders fans, I don't have to tell football fans watching this, but like, it's just the little things add up. And to me, that's really, you need to have your superstars. You need to have your playmakers. In my opinion, you need to pay 5 players. I think it's important to pay 5 specific positions. We'll talk about that in a different video. But when I look at the running back room, especially the way running backs have been trending recently, people view them as extremely expendable. I think a good running back room is extremely vital to the success of your offense. I mean, they have so many different things they could do, and it just has me absolutely amped up. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about the 5 running backs that they took. I don't know, maybe some people wanted Kenyon Drake, maybe some people wanted them to go with 4 running backs to make more depth in a different position, but I absolutely love this, and I can't wait for this season to start, man. We're like a week away. It's going to be awesome. But go ahead, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Raiders content. Go ahead and drop some comments down below. What are your thoughts on the Raiders running back room? Peace.